So what is programming? Why you need to learn programming? And what kind of programming language that we are going to learn, and what is Python and why Python? Okay. What is programming? So a program is a set of instructions for a computer to follow. We use programs almost daily. So you use email, you use word processor, you use games, you use bank ATM, and etc. So those are programs. And with the programs, in the programs, it follows the instructions, or we call it running or executing the program. So what is programming then? A program, as I mentioned before, it is a set of instructions for a computer to follow. So when you try to execute the program, then it is the act of carrying out the instruction contained in a program. So if you click new, then you will make a new file. If you click open, then you will open a new file. If you click save, you will save the file. So it follows what is the button and what is the instruction. Then programming is a programming language is a systematic set of rules used to describe computation in a format that is editable by human. When we try to make the computer to do the program, it means we need to write also in the computer language. But human language is different with the computer language. So that's why we need to have the programming language. This programming language is to write what we want so the computer can know. The computer can do what we want. So there are many programming languages. We learn about Python in this semester. So there are many other programming languages. And the programmer is the person who writes the set of instructions in the computer. So from now, you are a programmer because you are going to write the program. Normally, a computer receives two kinds of inputs. The first is the program itself. The other is the data needed by the program. So the data, it can be text. The data, it can be movement. So if you move joystick, or now I move my mouse. Or the input can be a scanned document, or it can be digital detection, and etc. What is the output? So the output is the result produced by following the instruction in the program. So the output can be an audio, a sound. The output can be displayed in the monitor, or the output can be a paper, anything. Okay. So it means when you write a program, there should be input and output. For any program, there should be an operating system. The operating system is a supervisory program that oversees the operation of the computer. The operating system retrieves and starts program for you. Now I use Windows, Microsoft Windows. This operating system is different with Apple, Mac. This operating system is different with Android. This operating system is different with Linux. It is different with Unix. So every operating system will have different way to run the program. And we need to understand about the low-level programming language and the high-level programming language. What does it mean by low-level and high-level? The high-level language, it means a language that is easily read and written by humans. So as a human, we can understand, okay, what does it mean by this statement? Okay, sale price is 1.66. If the sale price is higher than 2, then I will give discount. So it is easily translated by human. But can you understand this one? It is not easy to understand this because it is the result from the compilation. It means it is the process of translating the high-level language into the machine language. The machine can be computer. The machine can be smartphone. The machine can be camera. The machine can be car, and etc. So a program called a compiler does this. So if you want to embed this program into your car, then you need to know the compiler for a car, and etc. So there are high-level languages which are relatively easy to use. So you learn Python, so Java, C#, C++, Basic, Ruby. So those are the high-level languages. But if you want to understand the low-level language, for example, assembly language, it is not our scope. Unfortunately, computer hardware does not understand high-level language. So every time when we try to make a computer programming with Python, Java, and other things, we still need compiler to translate it into the lower level language. In this semester, we will use Python, and if you use Windows, it means we will use a compiler to translate Python for the CPU. So why do we need to learn programming? I guess you already know. These days, kids already learn about programming. They start to learn programming from elementary school. And Korean government already set the digital transformation. Of course, it is necessary to understand programming. The question is, why Python? Before 2 years ago, I teach Java for this course, but there are many requests. Why don't we learn Python? So starting last year, I started to teach Python, and this year I will teach Python. And let's look at the reason why Python is necessary. So Python is created by this guy, Guido van Rossum, in Netherlands in 1990. At the first time, it is a general purpose programming language. So it means you can use Python for any task, any program. In some cases, people also say Python as a scripting language. Script. So we write a script or sometimes people say as interpreted language. Or sometimes people also mention object-oriented programming language. The high-level languages, it means that this is English-like. So like English, and easy to learn and easy to program. For example, if I wrote this one, what does it mean? Area equals to 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3.14. So we can understand that this is a kind of place or variable, and the value will be 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3.14. And the result of this one will be in this variable. So Python are now used in many companies. I mentioned some of the high-level languages, so you can have some insight. COBOL is very old high-level programming language. Fortran, BASIC, Pascal, ADA, C, Visual Basic, Delphi, C++, C#, Java. So those are high-level languages. And some companies, they still use some of this one. For example, some companies, they use C#. Some companies, they use C++. Still, many companies in Korea, they use Java. Okay. But for this course, we will learn Python. So in 2024, based on the survey in the IEEE Spectrum ranked languages, Python is the top languages used by companies and people. So do you know what this is? This is referred to web. People use Python for web development. People also use Java for web development, C# for web development, JavaScript, PHP, Go for web development. What about this one? This is for smartphone. So people use C for developing smartphone. People use Java for developing smartphone application. What about this? This is desktop application. So you can write a program for your computer. Okay. Python is the top programming language for developing desktop application. Do you know what is it? This is for the IC, integrated circuit. So when you know about the semiconductor on the chip, okay, so they use C, C++. If you want to work in a company like Samsung for the semiconductor, SK Hynix, then you need to learn about C. You need to learn about C++. Because our department in industrial and management engineering, and we are focusing on the data analytics, we want the students to understand Python more. Okay. So Python has many packages. So PyPI has more than 160,000 packages. So it is good for you to start using Python. From the graphical user interface, scientific computing, system administration, image processing, web framework, and test framework. And also something related with the database, multimedia, networking, automation, and text processing. So Python is very famous for easy implementation on those aspects. But yeah, there are some disadvantages. Even though it is free and open source, but it is full on the memory. So if your computer has less memory, it is a little bit issue. It is slow speed, even though it is easy to learn. And database access is limited, even though there are many support. And then it is weak in mobile computing. So if you want to make an application, it is weak to use Python. Even though it is good for the productivity. And runtime errors may occur. So if it is very long, then sometimes it can be errors. Design restriction. So there are some restriction on the design and speed limitation. Okay. So please pay attention on this advantage if you want to keep using Python. Yeah. When you try to do coding, I think nowadays people already know many things about coding, so you don't worry. But from this picture, the world's strongest men, they have contests. The first man, they can bring rocks. Okay, the judges give 5, 2, and 6. The second person, they can bring this heavy weight. The judges give 8, 7, and 6. The last man, he said that I don't use Google when coding. And the judges give 10, 10, and 10. Do you know what does it mean? If you try to code without searching on the internet, it's very good. But you cannot do it. Because if you keep using only books, if you keep using only articles, it is not enough. You need to access Google. You need to access Stack Overflow to find what is the error handling. Or you need to check this one, how to solve some problems. Okay? You still need to access the internet to get some information. So you cannot do by yourself. Okay? Please try to use like Naver. They provide many resources. Okay? You are not strong as this man. Okay? You are still studying. So try to get some resources from the internet study. By the end of this course, I hope that you can make a simple application. It means a program, and it will use Python. You need to figure out what is the input and what is the output. So I already show you about the games. In the games, we have the input. The input is the money. I have $20. And then I need to have input like the lemon. I need to buy cups, ice, and etc. And the output is the profit or the loss. Anyway, at the end of this semester, I hope that you can write a medium scale programs to solve the real problems. Yep, that's the end. Any questions?